Oh, like that. On cue. It's like a dinner bell ringing. Oof. Out, takes a big, oh no. It's exactly what I was talking about. See you later, fella. And when you get bigger. All right. Well, it's been a long time coming. The Barra season has been open now for some time. And unlike most years, I have not had the chance to get out and chase a bucket mouth yet. So it's just going to be an afternoon session. Tide's falling. It was almost a 4 metre high. It's quite large, going down to a fairly low. So hopefully this tide will drop away reasonably quickly to expose some nice drains that I can hit. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Oh, there's a barra there. See if we can put it in front of him. Ooh. I think I spooked him. Bugger. So I spooked a fish just before, and I guess the question comes that, you know, why didn't I cast it and pause it in front of it? The truth of the matter is, these surface frog style lures, of which the Billy Goat, you know, fits into that category, I find for Barramundi that a medium constant wind is the best way to get a barra to trigger to hit the lure. So the action of the lure itself really is really important to consider. I don't, when I'm working for Barramundi at least, oh, a snag, when I'm working Barramundi at least, I use that constant medium burn, I guess you call it. I have tried changing it up the last couple of years since I've really focused on doing more surface. And what I've found is that more times than not, when I've paused the lure, when it's been in the face of a barramundi, that barramundi is either shied away or it's stopped and it's looked and got a good look at it and refused to eat it. I'm not saying that's the same for all lures. Crossfires are another surface lure that I use, and I definitely use a different retrieve, more of an erratic stop-start sort of retrieve. That's really important to consider. And for these frog style lures for barramundi, it's, for me, is to not stop. Let's see if I can put that into action and find a fish that will eat. Oh, like that. On cue. He's not big, but I get him in, he'll be my first barra of the season. Probably a little bit too small to lift. I'm worried about hurting him, so we'll stop here. And I'll just pick up the net. The net will be nice and wet for him too, because it's pretty tropical today. There we go. First barra of 2024. I don't think it won't go legal, but it's a semi-respectable Hinchinbrook barra. We'll get him and have a bit better look at him. Yeah, so he's probably got the same size as the ones I saw before. That stinger's hooked him. Hopefully you can see that. And we'll get a tag in him. And we'll get him back in the water. I know I mentioned it before, but it's really important to try and keep all the surfaces cool as possible and as moist as possible for these fish. Really take care of them. And there is my first barra for the season. Just a couple of mil under 50 centimeters. 58 is legal, but look, I'm really happy with that. We'll get this guy back. He's been out of the water long enough. Got a bit of pink bling, and we'll hopefully get another one. Off he glides. All right, let's get this deck sorted out. Get back in the water. Oh, a little bit of breeze cooling me and the camera down. I was getting a bit frustrating there for a while. You mightn't have noticed it, but my camera was only running for a minute or so before overheating, so I had to turn it on and then off every cast. These drains can be a little bit deceiving too. That drain there looks like that it might flow straight out, but in actual fact it comes out, takes a big, oh no, see what happens when I stop? I hope the camera caught that, but in actual fact it comes out, takes a big, oh no, see what happens when I stop? I hope the camera caught that. It's exactly what I was talking about. I stopped to point out that drain, the soft plastic stopped, it sunk down, and that barra, all we saw was its flank, its sides, as it turned and darted away. It was following it. It was thinking about making a decision. If I had have kept on going, then it probably would have made the decision to eat. Bloody cameras, eh? Oh, maybe one there somewhere. Oh, it's about the same size as the first one. Stays on, hopefully we got him in, and there we go. He might be, yeah, around the same size. Second barra for 2024. Oh, main hook this time, a bit tangled in the net, we'll get that out. Get him off, get him tagged and back in the water. All right, tagged, and ready to go. Water's a bit shallow over there, I might let him go over this side. A little bit bigger than the other one, pushing towards legal, just under 55. So we're getting there. All right, see you later, fella, and when you get bigger. So this water is quite dirty. The advantage of this style of top water lure is that while it's moving, it's constantly making noise and sending out vibrations. And the barra can hone in on that. It's like a dinner bell ringing. If you're working something where you're pausing and for long periods of time anyway, they could possibly lose track of it. They're pretty good at tracking things in the water, but this dinner bell is quite often what gets them to eat. Tiny drain up on the mud. Big enough if we continue on the water though to hold a barra in it. Oh, there we go. Had a leaf stuck on it and I was just a bit, oh no. Oh, I had a leaf stuck on it. I was about ready to give it a twitch, and then he hit. It might have been what caused him to throw it too. I mean, they're pretty good at throwing lures, but if something was caught around these points, it would explain why it didn't dig in. So anyway, that's disappointing. I'll get this fixed up and see if we can find another one. Nearly stay on. You're going over the mud there. Oh no! Oh. Plenty of pressure on to put the hook in, but anyway, it happens. Well, I think that's time to head home. There's not enough water. I can do a bit of sightseeing and looking around. It's been a while since I've been up here, so it can't be too long before I can get back to the ramp.